This is the future.
So I have shared with you a couple of Warframe leveling videos in this channel, ranging from leeching to leveling using some Helminth abilities. Most of them are solo oriented, and they will usually allow you to max rank your Warframes in around 8 minutes or less. But as the title said, there could be another best option for solo leveling, and it could just take about 3 minutes or less if you perfected the whole mission. For those who are saying that this is cheating and this will cause your account to get banned, I tell you now that it's not. I assure you that all the things you see and hear in this video are legit, and not some bug that you will exploit to level up your Warframes fast. Also, this is not about Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, nor Equinox Rest and Rage ability, nor Thermal Sunder in your Warframe, or having a friend taxi you to max level 30. Before we delve deeper, I would like to share one of the most amazing things I used in my daily life right now. This is Extra, the wallet of the future. This is not your ordinary wallet, as it got quick access to all your cards, an RFID protection feature which secures your identity, money, and cards. It also comes with a key tracker which allows you to locate your wallet worldwide. It's also voice activated, and it's easy to set up using the Chipolo app. And the best part is, the key tracker is solar powered. 2 hours of sunlight gives your tracker 2 months of charge. What I really love about Hexter is that you get what is advertised in the video. I got mine, and I've been using this for weeks now, and honestly, I love and will never replace this wallet again. Its sleek and elegant design are the things I like first about this futuristic wallet. And after using it for a while now, I honestly can say that this is the perfect wallet for me. Now I don't have to look for my wallet as I can easily track it with one click of a button on my mobile device. I also don't have to worry about someone skimming my cards. And most importantly, I don't have to worry about bulky wallets in my butt. If you want to get this amazing wallet, then kindly use the link I have provided in the video description and as well as the pinned comment. Go get the best wallet in the market right now. Secure your money with style, and join the thousands of people who are now using Extra. The link is at the video description and pinned comment. Thank you all for your support. Now let's get back to the video. I'm pretty sure that some of you already know this and I'm not claiming that I'm the first to discover it. Now before going into the new leveling guide, I would like to say that subsuming Equinox Rest and Rage ability and using it to level up your Warframes in Steel Path at Aro Sedna is back to being efficient right now since those glass resonance are out. No one will disturb you except those pesky acolytes. But you can easily bypass them by going into a vacant room and letting the acolytes kill you. Just make sure that you have the sacrifice mod in your sentinel so it can revive you. Plus, add the regen mod just in case you need it multiple times. And of course, you need the calm and frenzy augment, plus Skijati and arcane trickery to keep you invisible and keep up the stealth affinity multiplier. If done right, then you would average 8 minutes per run to max rank your Warframe, and honestly, it's better compared to the Thermal Sunder leveling version. In case you don't know, you can also max rank your Warframe using Ghost Subsume ability, replacing your Warframe's first ability. There's no special trick on this leveling method, but just replace your first ability with Thermal Sunder, then mod your Warframe with lots of range, at least 95% power strength, prime flow, and any other mods that you can fit in at rank 0. After that, you just play the Sanctuary Onslaught mission and cast Heat of Thermal Sunder to kill enemies. Everything that gets killed by Thermal Sunder will be converted to affinity added to your Warframe. In normal circumstances, this leveling method could also take 8 minutes or less, but it depends on the first enemies you will encounter in the conduit. If the first few conduit rotations are Grineers, then you will max rank your Warframe in 8 minutes or less. But if you encounter Infested or Corpus first, then probably it would take about 12 to 14 minutes to rank up your Warframe to max level. The reason behind this is because Grineer units tend to give more affinity points compared to other factions in the game. That is why most of the missions you see in leveling guides are within Grineer tileset. This leads us to the final leveling method, and probably the fastest solo leveling method right now if done right. So, what we will be using here is Banshee's Silence ability, an area nuke primary weapon, and primed sure-footed. What the hell, squad leader, you said that it won't be Rest and Rage Equinox, but you only offer us with the same finisher method tactics but using a different subsume ability. Well, I was hoping that you would say that this is another finisher method, but it's not. Yes, We all know that Banshee's silence are mostly used for finisher combos with the Savage Silence augment, but for this leveling method, we will be using it as a way to force the stealth affinity multiplier and then kill enemies with something like the Kuva Brahma. Interested now? Okay, let me show you how. So first things first, to replicate this leveling method, you will need to be at least Mastery Rank 8 to access the Helminth system in your orbiter. Also, you would need the normal variant of Banshee. This is one advantage of this leveling method, since you don't need to grind for this frame's blueprint if you already joined a clan. Simply go to your Tenno lab in your clan dojo, and acquire the blueprint and parts of this frame. Next, you will need to subsume Banshee into the Helminth system to acquire her silence ability. After that, you can now use silence in any of your Warframe. Just remember that you need to subsume silence in your frame's first ability. In terms of build, simply fit in the mods you've seen on your screen. First of all, we need primed sure-footed to get rid of the knockback effect of Kuva Brahma or any area nuke weapons that we use. Also, we need at least 235% range for this silence to be effective. The thing is, you start at 20+ meters range at rank 0 when you have both overextended and stretch in your build. Then it increases as you level up your frame in the mission. Also, you would want to have an enemy radar in your setup so you can easily spot the enemies. In my case, I have enemy sense since the aura slot is V polarity. If it's a dash polarity, then I would have just put enemy radar on this slot. Lastly, it is important to equip the Savage Silence mod for this leveling method. Why the heck do we need that squad leader when we won't use finisher damage in this leveling method? I know the augment's description is pretty vague and direct to the point, but you must understand a few details about it so you know why Savage Silence is important for this leveling method. You see, this augment causes Silence's stagger to set enemies up for standing finisher attacks, and while approaching stunned enemies up front and killing them won't break the stealth affinity multiplier. To make it short, Savage Silence procs a short stun animation that opens them to finisher kills, and anything that you throw at the enemies will not break the stealth affinity multiplier when they are in silence radius. But this is where the tricky part is. The stun duration of silence is quite low and it will only last for like 3 seconds with the initial stun plus the animation from Savage Silence. That is why you need to be quick in killing enemies. So this is why I recommend having an area nuke weapon, plus enemy radar mods to counter this problem in this leveling method. Okay, now let me show you the Brahma build. Before we start, I would like to say that Kuva Brahma is not the only option for solo leveling using Banshee's silence ability. Another good option is the lens, and other area nuke guns that are available in the game right now. Even the Exodia Contagion Saw, or even the Glaive Heavy Attack build works, and are good options for this leveling method. However, we are talking about efficiency here, or simply the easiest and fastest way to kill enemies. That is why I recommend either the Kuva Brahma or the lens. With either Kuva Brahma or the lens, you can just point and fire projectiles into the enemies. Both Exodia Contagion Saw and Glaive Heavy Attack need some time to set up, which is not that great, especially that we know how short the stun duration of silence is. For the build, I strongly recommend having lots of fire rate, the primed firestorm mod, some ammunition mods, and the usual damage critical chance mods that you use in your Kuva Brahma. Anyway, you will be slaying low-level enemies, so there is no need to min-max your build. You will only need fire rate for faster charge speed so you can shoot the projectiles fast. Also, you will need the ammunition mod like Ammo Drum to give more arrow to the Kuva Brahma. In addition to this, you might want to use the Carrier Prime with its exclusive augment called Ammo Case for more arrows, and ammo conversion. Arrow mutation would also help you in this leveling method. But if you happen to not have primed sure-footed yet, then you can simply put Cautious Shot in this Exilus slot, and use the normal variant of sure-footed mod. However, don't mistake this as a complete negation like primed sure-footed. With both sure-footed and Cautious Shot in your setup, you will have at least 2 rolls of luck. One is you get a 90% chance to not get staggered and then a 60% chance to ignore it again. It's not a complete negation like primed sure-footed, but it does get the job done if you don't have the primed variant. Lastly, this is one luxury of using a nuke weapon like the Kuva Brahma. You can equip primed sure-footed to increase the blast radius, which allows you to effectively kill group enemies. But if you don't have the primed version yet, you can always go with the ordinary firestorm, but with lesser effectiveness. Now, I'm sorry if I can't show you the full run wherein I leveled my levels in just 2 minutes 53 seconds using this method. I was unable to record it, and after a couple of tries, I wasn't able to replicate the same result. Like I've said at the beginning of the video, this leveling method will allow you to level your Warframe in less than 3 minutes if done right. And what I mean by this is you will almost go flawless and maintain the 500% stealth affinity multiplier. I think I was just lucky to have done that in less than 3 minutes, but I can average about 5 or even 4 minutes run to max out my Warframes right now using this Banshee silence leveling trick instead of a perfect one run. What I usually do is just speed run the mission and finish it in under 2 minutes. That would allow me to rank my Warframe at least level 22 or 24 depending on how well I can maintain the stealth affinity bonus. And then, I just finish leveling in my second run, which will also take about 2 minutes or less. In 4 minutes, plus a couple of seconds of loading time, I can level up my Warframe to max rank 30 using this method. If you ask me now, this is the best solo leveling method so far, and I highly advise you to try it for yourself. Now, before you do that, let me tell you what mission am I doing this solo leveling trick. You can still do this with the normal Star Charter Daro said to exterminate mission, but my only problem with this mission is that sometimes, there are instances wherein you need to travel from one room to another. Also, there are times wherein I am unable to kill an enemy and they would sometimes alert their allies, which ruins the entire run. The best mission to max rank your Warframe using this leveling trick is the exterminate mission in Saturn called Telsto. Enemy levels in here are very low, which assures that your Warframe will kill them in one hit except for those Nox units which you can just skip. Simply speed run the mission casting your silence and killing enemies with your new weapon. It would only take 2 minutes to finish this mission and rerun it again to max rank your Warframe. And of course, do not forget to bring an affinity booster. If you don't mind the low ammo capacity of Warframe and you can handle it, then you can always bring your Smeeta Kavat to somehow get a chance on that affinity bonus buff. This leveling method replaces all the solo leveling methods I have for my Warframes. Do not follow those solo leveling methods anymore, and stick with this one if you want to max rank your Warframe to 30 in the fastest time possible. However, I will not force you since I know that some of you don't have the necessary stuff at the moment to replicate this leveling method. But, I suggest that you try and strive to have all the stuff so, in the future, you won't spend so much time leveling your Warframe. Before I end this video, I would just like to thank all of you who have given me positive messages over my social media accounts yesterday. I did make a short message that I was out of focus yesterday and having some trouble in real life. It's kind of a financial problem, but I won't get into details as it's not like I'm the only one having money problems nowadays. I know I can save more with a bit of work, so there's nothing to worry about. I just want to thank you all for your love and support. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.
Evolution. This is the future.